They purchased a home for $110,000, and 3 years later, we sold it for $240,000. That forever changed their financial landscape of their family.
My goal is to get the message out there that these are the steps that need to happen in order to get ready to purchase, and dispel all of the myths. That a big one is that you have to have 20%.
Yeah, that's
Who
not
has
true.
that? You know,
Nobody, and especially in today's market with the interest rates where they are, keeping some cash in the bank for, a potential pandemic that could happen is probably sometimes a better avenue. And what people don't realize, that you and I work closely together to give them the best financial advice. We're almost their financial advisor on the other side as far as their real estate asset goes. And I have an amazing story about a young couple that I helped, one of my first transactions, and they purchased a home for $110,000, and 3 years later we sold it for $240,000.
Wow.
And that doesn't happen very often, but that forever changed their financial landscape of their family. And he's a police officer and she's a probation officer. They would never make that type of money.
Right. On any other investment.
It's like winning a lottery ticket. And they came I met them at an open house, and they didn't think they could buy.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I think people don't realize, even if you're not looking to buy for 6 months or a year, if they come to you and you run their credit, there may be some things you will advise them on, the things that are going to need to take place to get in a position to buy if they're not ready yet.
Yeah. And I always encourage people, just give me a call.
Yeah.
And we can talk about what all does it involve. And you mentioned credit score. And then the other thing that we kind of look at when we're qualifying people is debt to income ratio. So we can talk through, at this point, you have student loans, you have a car payment, credit cards, that type thing. And then in relation to what your gross monthly income is now, this is what debt to income looks like. And for you today, you qualify for this program, or this program would be the best fit. If this or that were to change, we may look at going with a different type program. And back to your point, as far as credit scores, unfortunately, it doesn't follow common sense.
No, it does not.
And a lot of people are surprised to hear that paying something off and closing it out is not a good idea.
No, it's not. FYI, do not close your account. That's the worst thing you can do. One of the things is, and like people think, I just need to pay everything off. That's not the way credit works.
Right.
And so that's why I tell every single client, call Renee and let her tell you what are the things that you need to do in order to be the best buyer out there.
And I understand it's a very vulnerable place to be. To say, but I just have to reassure everyone I've seen it all. And it's just part of the process.
Yes, it is.
So just talking through it and getting a game plan together is your best first step.
Absolutely.